Alright, I'm running some Tier 4 Gammas in a goofy fit today. Let me just get this room under control by setting my drones at a night. Reload that. And make sure, my whole screen is showing so I can bring up Pyfa and just talk about Pyfa here. Here, I'll move this so that you can still see my shields and the enemies on the field and what I'm attacking. Alright, so I've been playing around with Pyfa and I pulled up the basic Povertilla fit. Added everything in, overheated with my skills. I get 551.5 hit points per second. Highest point regen, surviving the worst thing that can happen. I have these implants simulated. I have this exotic weather simulated, and no implants because it's Povertilla. So I think I have everything loaded in here, and then you right click over here and you go to NPC Abyssal All. Make sure you're simulating versus Abyssal enemies in general. So versus your average Abyssal enemy, I am regenerating at 551.5 effective hit points per second, and this can live in Tier 4 Exotic. So in Tier 4 Gamma, I wanted to make a regen fit that has pretty high numbers as well. This one doesn't quite get up to that 551 heated with the blue pill, but gets pretty close. 431 unheated versus just regenerating 442 all the time with no capacitor needed, and still have enough DPS to kill the room. Alright, so my drones are attacking something else. My health's going down, I don't care. I guess I'll attack the other knight. So you're a little bit weaker than a Povertilla in this thing. 442 versus, obviously you can't heat these all the time, but in a pinch you get this. So instead of that extra heat damage, you have, instead of 17k hit points, you have 50k hit points. So you just have a little bit more of a buffer to deal with that. So, does it work? Seems fine so far. Here's a Sancha room. Karen got me to 10% once. That was fun. It was enough though. Usually if you fight her somewhat intelligently, you don't get that low. That was just me sending my drones at Karen first and just not caring. And not Karening. See if I get her. So this fit that I'm running here from the fitting window side, I've got 3% shield stuff in my implants. I have a shield recharger with 4 Caldari Navy shield extenders, an afterburner so I don't die when marshals show up, shield power relay, and 2 drone DDAs. In filament, bring my fitting window to 287 hit points per second. Alright, so I'm gonna loot this. Go back to looking at numbers. Let's pull up Eve Combat Log Analyzer. This website right here, you click choose files and you navigate to your game logs folder, which should be something like this. Choose the top one. So here's the runs I've been doing in this thing today. Here's the one I just did. So here's your Sancha room. At the very start of the room, I took 337 DPS with everything just punching at me. 337 actual damage per second versus 287 hit points per second. So once the room gets to 287, it's broken. So where did that happen? Basically after the first knight died, the room was broken. It's right in here. I have a buffer to survive that, but right here the room was broken. From here, I regen more than damage taken. I just don't care. Hey look, the room's done. Alright, room 2. Do I get anything fun worth showcasing? A martial fighter Karen is really the only things that test this thing. Oh, and I get Kiki room to see high DPS. But they ramp, so you have time to break it. It was Karen. Cool. Let's just send my drones at her and see what happens. Alright, let's get the bio. Turn on my afterburner for this fight. I don't think it matters. I keep looking at the combat logs, and no matter what I do, she hits me 100%, it seems like. I think in passive, you're just face tanking her. I can never get her to miss me. Once in a while. What do we got? A bunch of entanglements. It's fine. I'll start killing one of these, I guess. So Karen's going to get me super low. I'm going to use up all my buffer while face tanking the damage. We'll look at the damage in the room afterwards. But by the end of the room, I'll still be at 90, so I'll be fine. What did I start with when I came in here? I don't even know. I should have looked. I should have also sat in regen for a minute. But worse things have happened. I mean, I regenerate more than a Powertilla shield boosts. So I'm fine. Orbit the gate. Watch Karen's life bar. Watch my life bar. Wonder if I die. This Purger fit, my buffer is only 27,424 hit points per second. This was fun. Versus NPC, Abyssal, Drifter. Oh, I had the sets of Drifters to all. 453 average, actually. So 453 compared to 550. 450 to 550. So I'm 100 less peak than a Powertilla, but I have a buffer. That should survive, right? Karen's dying. I'm dying. What was funny is when I broke this thing down to 10%, doing Karen first. I mean, sometimes Karen will wreck you a few more times and get you into here, but you're fine. Once you start attacking her, you have to commit to it, or else you can't sustain the damage, obviously. Because as soon as she goes down, my health just goes up. The room is way broken once she dies. Look at the DPS after the run just to show that. So yeah, Karen died. I'm only at 36. I was at 10. I think I started that room with far less. I should regenerate up to, like, this fit regens so fast. You can get up to 90 before you bounce. Like, regenning from 90 to 100 just takes forever, but you can get up to 90 pretty safely with the time you have. Guess I'll finish this room a little faster. Go look at Pyfa some more. Alright, so simulate, NPC, Abyssal, all. Okay. This is the T4 Gamma, basic Gamma fit. You only get 300 regen, but you have a way bigger buffer. Or, oh, wait. Is that right? Gamma, implants. Oh, wait, why do I have that on there? Delete. You're supposed to be one of these things. Shield, hardeners, multi-spectrum 2. So you're supposed to be one of those. So 349 for your basic regen, or with your, oh my gosh, I have these on there? This is not my T4 passive fit. I was just dorking around looking at numbers. This thing is way low. PU module market group, DD8 2s. Why isn't that working? You. There. What the heck? Oh, that's derp. Drone link, drone damage. Derp. Which one is drone damage? Can I find stuff in here? Oh, I have this typed in there. Damage. Drone damage amplifier. Right here. That one. That's what I wanted. Haha. Pyfa's confusing. Okay. So, that is the normal... Oh, wait. These aren't supposed to be purgers. Don't want purgers in that thing. You're buffer based in this thing. Extender. Try that again. Core defense. Medium core field defense extender. Simulate that. Gamma. No boosters. Those implants. Just looking at the tank in Pyfa to see if I can survive. The DPS, I'm not really looking at that here yet. This room's almost done. Back up to 92%. Guess I'll recall my drones and move on here and see what room 3 has to offer. Not all Karen fights are the same. Some are tougher for some reason. Still haven't figured that one out. Oh, good. All Kikis. 2 Damaviks. This is a high DPS room. So in a Kiki room, you just kill Kikis one by one. Focus fire them, shoot your missiles at them, max DPS. Let's see how low they get me and where I go become stable. Those won't hit yet. They will eventually. Fly that way. Target that. Stop firing for 1 volley. Pop that. Put my missiles on the next one. Soften him up a bit. Send my drones over to him to get there. Retarget that Kiki. This is probably the worst DPS room you're going to face. You'll see the DPS here is going to be higher than Karen, most likely. Firestorms, all of this is thermal damage, and you have a 0 resist in firestorms. It's terrible. At least here I'm resisting 40. Hardly any enemies in the Abyss do EM damage. That hole doesn't even scare me that much. Most everything does thermal, which is... This number is terrifying to be the lower it is. And then explosive seems to be the next one you need to target, and then kinetic seems to be the, third highest or so. Why are these guys 36 and 37? Oh, they're killing my drones. I should pay attention, huh? Oh, you're gonna die too, huh? I lost the drone because I wasn't paying attention. Stinking trigs. I'm gonna lose another one because I just don't want to save him. Goodbye. New drone. I'm going to lose this one because they're just switching targets. I'm not taking any damage in this room because the Kikis are all just killing my drones. Whatever. I screwed this room up. I should have recalled my drones, kept Kikis on me, shown how much damage you take. This is obviously not going to kill me. They're not even ramped up on me. They're ramped up on my drones. The last room? Yep, that's the last room. Alright, run 1. Got a Karen fight, got some Kikis. Regen the Abyss. If you get marshals, fly directly away from them, use your drone range to kill them, and then go into the room with the broken room. Those rooms do nothing when marshals are dead. Oh, let's look at the damage per second. I've got not going to time out. I got 5 minutes. Reload this. Just select a different file, and then this file again. Alright, here's my carrion fight. 462 peak damage per second. 350 from the Kikis. They hadn't even ramped up yet, though. Look at this. Like sad Kiki room. Poor drones.